How's it going, people? You know who it is. It's your boy Twix96, people. We're back again, guys. Like I said, the NHL 14, sorry with that being said. The NHL 14 Collision Physics trailer came out today, guys. EA put it on YouTube, on the EA Sports NHL 14 forum, blog, whatever you guys want to call it. NHL 14 Dev Diary, NHL Collision Physics, NHL Collision Physics. The producer of the game went over kind of what was happening in the new physics, and I'm gonna give you guys a rundown. They actually gave a whole bunch of information on the forum about it. So if you guys want to go watch that trailer, if you have not watched it already, I'm not gonna put up here due to copyright issues, but I will put the link below so you guys can watch that video, come back here and get my kind of drift in what I'm feeling about this new collision physics. And trust me, it looks good, guys. So let's start it off here. I'll read this over to you guys again just for my last video. I'm going to try to do, and I realized the pattern, every 2 weeks they're announcing new stuff about the game. 2 weeks ago, April 15th, they announced the trailer for the actual game, which was not very informational, but the forum, they did give a lot of information. 2 weeks from now, which is 2 more weeks, middle of May, they're going to be releasing the trailer of, I believe it's for the Impact. I don't even know. They're releasing a trailer in 2 weeks, and then another 2 weeks they're releasing another trailer. So with that being said, guys, the hitting system was developed from the core technology that powers EA Sports FIFA critically acclaimed player impact engine. NHL Collision Physics introduces bigger, more thrilling hits, truer life collisions to NHL 14. I watched the gameplay. You guys can go watch that gameplay down below. The trailer gives you guys an in-depth look at the collision physics, including a behind-the-scenes look at the EA Sports technology that they use to create. You actually get to see how their physics works, how their hitting lines up, all that stuff, a lot of their computer crap. It looks good, guys. So let's start off with the first point. Hip checks are now fully integrated into player systems. You guys know when you're playing that NHL 13 and you press your right stick down, R3 on PS3, right stick down on Xbox, you push it down, you go down to that hip check position. It works great if you can line it up. So speed and momentum matter. Speed between two skaters, direction, alignment, and player rating attributes such as hitting and balance are now better accounted with the NHL Collision Physics. Improved player facing. Players will now pivot and turn their hips in the direction of the check with greater consistency, ensuring that stronger hip checks will occur when a player is in good position. No more hit check spamming. As a successful hip check is made with the hip, users must be in a good position to throw a great hit. If a user intimidates a hip check at the last second without being in good position, you'll see the hit will only result in glancing contact or the player stumbling and avoiding the hip check altogether. So if you want to make that big hip check, you're going to have to line it up in advance. You're not going to be doing any of this drop down, quick drop them and get out of their stuff. No, you're going to have to actually line it up, and then because you line up, you can twist your hips and you can kind of get your body in the position that you want to make the big hit, because it's going to be a lot harder for the players to get around you if you're able to pivot. I actually like that because once I was introduced to the hip checking this year. Actually, I didn't know about it until a couple months ago. One of my buddies showed me it. I never did it, but it actually works really well. So the second point they have to talk about is the improved goalie collisions. Now this is huge. Finally, they're bringing the goalie collisions back to where they were in NHL 12. You guys remember, you can run into the goalie, all that crap. NHL 13, they kind of got away from that. But NHL 14, they're coming back to the NHL 12 way. Goalie reactions to contact. Goalies will be able to live in all areas of the ice, and the reactions to contact will be more realistic, utilizing the improvement ragdoll physics models in the NHL Collision Physics. Goalie interference. Improved logic to ensure big collisions with the goalie result in penalties, as goals as a result of goalie interference are called back more reliably. So basically, guys, you remember in NHL 12, you can basically run right into the goalie. NHL 13, you can't do it really. And I was looking into the trailer. You guys can watch the trailer again. With the hitting, players are actually hitting off of the goalie and flying back. The goalies are falling down, so the collision is going to be great in this. It's going to make it a lot more interesting of a game. There's going to be more penalties, so you're going to have to play the game smarter. I like that feature they added into it. More realistic incidental contact speed and momentum matter. Not only with incidental contact occur more frequently, but speed and momentum will determine whether players colliding incidentally will trip and stumble and regain control. Player balance attributes will also play a role there. So basically what's going down is they're saying when you're coming down that wing really fast and you get just bumped slightly, usually you in NHL 13, NHL 12, you can just roll off of that hit and keep going. In NHL 14, basically you get hit, you're going to kind of like, you'll lose your balance, you're going to lose the puck most likely, because I mean in real life, if you get hit even a little bit, you're not going to be holding on to the puck. That's cool too. Types of hits thrown. Player anticipation. Players will gauge in relative speed between the checker and the person being hit to decide what type of hit to throw. Shoulder versus push checks. Defenders will do shoulder checks when they are able to anticipate a hit and brace with their shoulders. Defenders will be able to push checks when they generate force because players are moving too slowly. So basically what's happening is when someone's coming down the wing, let's just give you guys an example. Someone's coming down the wing, they're picking up some speed, and you don't want to go for it down for that hip check. If you can get your body into that right angle and have that right speed, you can drop him on his ass with the shoulder check. You guys already know that. But if they're going a little bit slower, say they're making a little play behind the boards and they're kind of taking their time, that's where you're going to push them kind of into the boards and stuff like that. That's what I'm kind of getting out of that one. And finally, penalty calls, interference, stricter calls. Players will not be able to hit as late after they release the puck. So you guys know that in NHL 12, 13, it was bad. You could literally pass the puck away and you'll get ran over a second later. They're going to be fixing that, so I like that. Boarding and hitting from behind. You guys know they introduced the hitting from behind penalties in the new game. And even if you got hit from behind, you did get a penalty sometimes. Sometimes they just give them 2 minutes for boarding, but really it should have been a bigger penalty. So what they're doing is they're enhancing the logic to judge appropriate circumstances to hit, depending on your angle, speed, and result of the hit, that make the right call based on each situation. And finally, charging. More logic will be added to the understanding of varieties of each hit, such as speed and the line of hitter taken. You'll see a lot of charging calls, so it'll be very interesting to see how they improved the charging calls in NHL 14. So guys, that was the NHL 14 developers trailer in-depth look review from your boy Twix96, guys. So if you guys want to go see that trailer, once again, I'll leave the link below. It's the first one, and then after that, you guys got my Facebook, Twitter, Skype, whatever you guys want to do there. Follow, like, whatever it takes, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown and review of the NHL Collision Physics trailer. I hope you guys look at the pictures that were rotating throughout this video. So thank you guys for watching once again. I will be back with another NHL 14 trailer rundown in 2 weeks when they introduce the next trailer, which would be, I'm not too sure. I'm just trying to look at it right here. They're looking at shit, it's in 2 weeks. So come back, guys. If you are here for the NHL 14 stuff, come back in 2 weeks and you guys will see my new content. And with that being said, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching once again. I'm Twix96. I'm out.